on, and let's welcome on stage Rudolf. Hello.
Hi.
And Flexxi Care. Let's wait for your slides to appear right here. Okay.
It's a dream going from high-tech aluminium to changing adult diapers. We're talking now about caregiving in Germany.
Excuse me. So let me start the clock and let's just begin again, okay? Just so we're sure that the timing is correct. So good luck, Rudolf.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Flexxi. I love the caregiving industry where my family is heavily invested. How can I go on? Yeah. It's heavily invested in it because my grandfather said something. We in Germany say we have a caregiving catastrophe. My grandfather said wherever people say catastrophe, there's a lot of money hidden in it. Just find out where. And we're touching that market. So, a 4 a.m. problem. You wake up, your son has high fever, and you know exactly today you cannot go to work. You need to stay at home. At the same time, you promised your father, who is suffering from cancer, to take care of him today. Here's the problem. What do you do now? It's very simple now. In Germany, Flexxi takes care of the needs of your father. How? Very simply, you just say when and where, how long, when and where, how long, and what needs to be done, and the price you are willing to pay for that. And the marketplace, Flexxi, connects you to a pool of independent caregivers that we have built and we are building. Very much like you order Uber taxis nowadays. Same problem, you are the head of a ward in a hospital or in a nursery, and somebody calls in sick. What do? Where do you get the person to put the hand at the bed? Flexxi is taking care of that too. For that B2B model, which is our main focus, not the B2C, the B2B, there are 46,000 potential sales points in Germany. Give you a few numbers. By 2019, there was a shortage of 80,000 caregivers in Germany and 8% drop out every year. During Corona, that number rose to 13% out of a 1,100,000 workforce. That's why it's called a caregiving catastrophe. With that approach, by catching people before they leave the industry forever, we won the second prize on this innovation award because we are one solution, one milestone to touch the caregiving problem that we have right now. As a team, we care, and I can see in your faces you couldn't care less for German caregiving problems and demographic problems. So why are we here? Very simply. You might be interested to touch the German caregiving market, talk with us. You might know somebody. We believe in local knowledge. You might know somebody who knows very much about the Polish caregiving market. We don't. We have no idea. Then we want you to come forward to us. We want to talk with you about scaling our system to Poland. Vertical scalability, we're a software company, and we chose the market of caregiving. We have produced and programmed Flexxi as a white label solution. So we can go into any industry that makes sense, that has this immediate deployment problem of personnel. And then Flexxi Pool, we will come out with that in next February. That is basically the DNA, and we can use that for any industry for solving the logistical and personal problems of sudden needs in any industry with your own staff and with other people's pool's staff. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes. Go ahead. Okay, thanks. So, are there any questions from our judges to Rudolf? Go ahead. Anna, yeah?
1, 2, 3. Thank you, Rudolf. Great presentation. I have a question about the caregivers. You said the caregivers? Caregivers, yes. Yeah, you mentioned that you want to capture them before they live forever. How do you plan to do it?
Social media, we're doing it already. We're in operation. It's very simple. We thought that finding customers and finding caregivers would be equal parts. Finding caregivers, I can tell you the number, it costs us €3 per caregiver on social media to find them. Not a problem at all.
Okay.
Sorry, in Germany. We only know the German market,
of course.
as I said.
And how do you want to keep them with Flexxi? what makes it better for them to be part of Flexxi rather than work with hospital or retirement home, for example?
Well, they're leaving actually because the incompatibility of caregiving nowadays in the hospitals, in the caregiving facilities with family life. That's the number one reason why they go. They have overtime by overtime. More people are leaving. I mean, you must imagine over 100,000 people left the industry this year because of COVID. And that is pushed, and more people are coming in as clients, and that is pushed on the shoulders of the people who are there. And more people are leaving, actually. Yeah, so COVID, it did not create the problem, it accelerated the problem. For us, it's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sounds interesting. Thank you.
And could you expand on your business model?
Commission, 18%. As of now, we will grow into, of course, we will go into what we call the billboard business, long-term care. Then it goes to a subscription business where you basically, for the connection between the caretaker and the company, we charge a one-time fee. We also have a personal recruitment company that is doing extremely well in the caregiving field, where we can drive business to that as well.
And how much was the commission?
Second?
How much was the commission? What percentage?
18%. That includes VAT, payment processing, everything. And to answer one of the questions, there's a big black market, of course, out there in the personal field. The problem is you never know if you get money. You never know on the customer side, is this a registered nurse? Everything is checked and taken care of on our side.
Still got 1 minute. Go ahead.
Cool. So well, thank you, first of all, for your presentation. So I also have one question. I mean, coming from Germany, how do you scale this across Germany? I can imagine you started with a couple of bigger cities, but how is the rollout there?
We are currently only operational in Munich. We blocked it on that. We are currently building the pool in Berlin. Once we have around 130 nurses in our pool, we open up Berlin for the customer. And then we go what we call the big C. That's Hamburg, Dortmund, Cologne, this area. That's a C shape. We will go into these, but it will always be, it's a marketplace solution. So we need to stay in areas where we have both demand and supply. It will not, to answer that question, if that is a question, we will not go into rural areas because it's too difficult to match there. Very much like Uber is even nowadays in the United States only in 22 cities.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
And when did you start your operations, and what's your current scale, more or less?
In total in caregiving or with Flexxi?
With Flexxi.
With Flexxi in November 2020. Worst timing ever. We didn't foresee 3 COVID runs that we would have through waves. We basically started now. As we're seeing, there's another wave, but the limitations are going down now.
Thank you, Rudolf. We ran out of time, but thank you so much. If you can give applause to Rudolf